The grand showroom of Anderson and Coder pianos glimmered beneath chandeliers that sparkled like falling stars. Wealthy customers walked between rows of glossy grand pianos, their laughter and chatter bouncing off the marble floor. At the back, a young maid named Rosa Delgado quietly polished one of the instruments, her small daughter Maya following her like a shadow. Rosa worked long hours, 12 a day, cleaning the store after hours and during opening hours when no one else wanted the job. She never complained. She only wanted to make enough to send Maya to a good school someday. That afternoon, as the store prepared for a major charity event, the showroom buzzed with excitement. Local reporters were coming. The city's elite would attend, and the owner, Mr. Henry Anderson, had imported $1 million Italian piano to display at the center. "Careful with that one," warned the head clerk. "A tall, stiff man named Mr. Barlow. That piano cost more than your entire life, Delgado. Keep the child away from it." Rosa nodded quickly, pulling Maya's hand. "Si, sir." She won't touch anything. Maya, though only 7, had a spark in her eyes, curious, restless, and full of sound. Every day after school, she sat outside the music store window, listening to people play. Sometimes, when the store was empty, she'd run her fingers along the keys of an old display piano her mother cleaned after closing. That day, she couldn't help it. The sound of the instruments drew her closer. While Rosa polished near the back, Maya slipped toward the center stage where the new Italian piano stood. Its lid was open, its black and ivory keys gleaming under the lights. She stretched out a hand, trembling slightly, just wanting to feel the music under her fingers. Then, "Don't touch that!" The voice cracked through the air like a whip. Mr. Barlow stormed across the showroom, his face red with fury. Every customer turned to stare. Rosa froze, horrified, dropping her cloth. "I told you to keep your child away," he barked. "Do you have any idea what this piano is worth?" Maya's lip trembled. "I'm sorry. I just wanted to hear how it sounds," Barlow sneered. "People like you don't belong near instruments like this. Leave, both of you." Rosa's heart broke. "Please, sir, she didn't mean harm. I'll take her outside." But before she could pull her daughter away, an elderly man in a grey suit stepped forward. He'd been standing quietly by the corner, observing everything. His name was Mr. Whitman, a retired music teacher and one of the event's guests. "Let the girl play," he said calmly. Barlow turned, shocked. "Sir, this is a high-value—" Whitman raised a hand. "If the piano is as fine as you say, it won't break from a child's touch." The room fell silent. Even Rosa looked at him, uncertain. Maya's eyes widened in disbelief. "Go ahead," Whitman encouraged gently. "Play one note." Maya looked at her mother. Rosa hesitated, then nodded softly. "It's okay, mi corazón. Just one." Maya climbed onto the bench, her small legs dangling. Her fingers hovered above the keys. She pressed one middle note, a perfect ringing tone that shimmered in the air, then another, and another. Before anyone could stop her, her hands began to move faster, not random tapping, but deliberate, graceful patterns that filled the showroom with unexpected beauty. Her touch was gentle yet confident, like she'd known the piano her whole life. The crowd turned silent, stunned. Even the reporters lowered their cameras. Barlow stood frozen, his mouth open. When Maya finished, the final chord lingered like the end of a dream. She looked up nervously. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "That's all I know." Mr. Whitman's eyes glistened. "Child," he said softly, "where did you learn to play like that?" Maya shrugged. "From the radio. Sometimes from when Mama cleans at night." Whitman turned to Rosa. "She has perfect pitch. Do you understand what that means?" Rosa shook her head, still trembling. "She's never had a lesson," Barlow muttered. "That's impossible." Whitman smiled faintly. "Not impossible, rare, exceptional." He turned to the stunned audience. "Ladies and gentlemen, what you heard just now was raw, natural talent, the kind money can't buy." The crowd erupted in applause. Rosa covered her mouth, tears streaming down her face. Mr. Anderson himself came forward, drawn by the commotion. "What's going on here?" Whitman gestured toward Maya. "Sir, I believe you've just discovered the youngest musical prodigy in this city." Anderson looked down at the little girl, then back at the trembling mother. "Is that so? She played your piano," Whitman said proudly. "Perfectly." Anderson smiled, surprised but amused. "Well then, maybe I owe this young lady an apology. And perhaps a scholarship." The room gasped. Anderson knelt beside Maya and said, "Would you like to take real piano lessons, little one?" Her face lit up like sunrise. "Really?" He nodded. "Really. Free of charge. But only if you promise one thing. Never stop playing." Maya threw her arms around her mother, and Rosa, shaking, whispered, "Gracias, senor." "You don't know what this means." Even Barrow, red-faced and humbled, could only mumble, "I didn't realize." As the applause filled the hall once again, Maya sat back down and pressed that same note, the one that had started it all. And this time, she smiled. It wasn't just a sound anymore, it was a beginning.